let's learn about the DNA. DNA. The full form of DNA is, as we know, is deoxyribonucleic acid. This is the molecular basis of inheritance. DNA is molecular basis of inheritance. Means this is responsible for inheritance. This is responsible for inheritance. So whatever characteristics are inherited from parents to the offspring is due to presence of DNA. Fine. So here we'll see the detailed structure of DNA. First, as we know that DNA is nucleic acid. What is DNA? DNA is nucleic. Which biomolecule is DNA? DNA is a nucleic acid. So nucleic acid is made up of nucleotide. The monomer of nucleic acid is what? Nucleotide, which is further made up of nucleoside and the phosphate. Nucleoside and the phosphate. Nucleoside is further made up of two components. The one is sugar component and the another one is nitrogen base. The one is sugar component, another one is nitrogen base. Which kind of sugar present? The sugar which is present is 5-carbon sugar. You can see the full form ribo. It means the 5-carbon sugar which is present is ribose. Which sugar is present? Ribose. It has a aldehyde group in this, and that's why we called as a aldopentose sugar. Fine. So ribose sugar is present, but this sugar is present in RNA. So if you concentrate on the full form, it is deoxyribose. It means that in DNA the sugar which is present is deoxyribose sugar. What is the difference between this structure and this structure? We'll see the structure here. If we see the structure, this ribose sugar has five carbon, carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4 and carbon number 5. The arrangement of group is like this: H, OH, H, OH, H, OH, CH2, OH and H. This is a ribose sugar. In case of deoxyribose sugar, there is an absence of oxygen here. In case of deoxyribose, there will be HOH, H and H and only H. There will be absence of oxygen at second prime carbon. Clear? The rest structure will remain same. That's why we call it as a deoxyribose. Clear? Now, next point is nitrogen base. Nitrogen base are of two types. The one is pyrimidine. And the another one is purine. The pyrimidine is only one ring structure and purine is two ring structure. This is only one ring structure. Clear? Now, the examples of pyrimidine are, first of all, cytosine, then thiamine, the another one is uracil. The cytosine is present in both DNA as well as in RNA, while thiamine is only present in DNA and uracil is only present in RNA. Clear? Now, purine, the example of purine are adenine and guanine. Clear? Both of them are present in both DNA and RNA. Okay. The structures of this we will discuss in the lesson of biomolecules. Fine. First here we'll see the structure of DNA only. Now let's see the bonding between this. How these are united and form the DNA structure. Yeah. So first of all, bond between sugar and nitrogen base is glycosidic bond. Which bond? Glycosidic bond. While the bond between the sugar and the phosphate moiety, the bond is called phosphoester bond. Phosphoester bond. Clear? Now, how this arranged, we'll see. They are arranged like this. First, we'll draw the sugar moiety. Okay. Now here, let's have one nitrogen base. Okay. This will be arranged like this. This is one nitrogen base. We have taken the purine as an example. Nitrogen base. Okay. Now the phosphate here will join like this, O, P, O, double bond O and O minus minus. Clear? So H, OH, and here it will be HH. This is a complete structure of nucleotide. This is a complete structure of nucleotide. So here the bond which is present is phosphoester, and the bond which is present here is glycosidic. This is called nucleotide. So you can see here negative charge. It means that the DNA, because it is made up of nucleotide, the DNA is negatively charged. Negatively charged. The why DNA is negatively charged? Because of presence of phosphate. Now, when we are arranging the second nucleotide here, let's arrange the second nucleotide here. Okay. First of all, let me show you the one structure of DNA first. Okay. The DNA is double-stranded structure. The DNA is double-stranded structure. So, double-stranded. Along with the double-stranded structure, it is anti-parallel. Anti-parallel means the one strand will run from 3' to 5'. The one runs 5' to 3'. Means you can see here the structure will be like this. Sorry. Like this. Clear? So here the nucleotide will be arranged like this. The one chain will be arranged like this. So you can see here the one phosphate group at the 5' carbon is free. The chain while goes on, here the 3' carbon of OH group will be free. So you can see that this chain is running from 5' to 3'. And the bond between two nucleotide is phosphodiester bond. The bond between the 1 and 2 nucleotide is phosphodiester bond. Now second chain will run in anti-parallel way. As I said, anti-parallel way. Okay, here nitrogen base, here nitrogen base. they will bond together like this, same in this way. This is the first carbon, this is second carbon, this is third carbon, this is fourth carbon, and this one is a fifth carbon. Okay, again the fifth carbon will bond with the third carbon like this. Done. And again here they will be bonding between the nitrogen base and the nitrogen base. Clear? So this way you can see here third carbon is free, and if it goes on here will be fifth carbon is free. So this chain is running from 3 prime to 5 prime. This one is 5 prime to 3 prime, this one is 3 prime to 5 prime. Clear? Now which bond is present between these two? Remember the charge of rule. Let's discuss. A is always pair with T. A is always pair with T, and the presence of bond is hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond. There will be 2 hydrogen bond, and A is always pair with T. G is always pair with C with 3 hydrogen bond. With 3 hydrogen bond. So we can say that the amount of A present in the DNA will be equal to amount of present T. The amount of G present in the DNA will be equal to amount of C. This is a sign of equal, and this is a sign of hydrogen bond. Don't get confused. Okay. So charge of rule is saying that the A plus G content is always equal to T plus C. Means the amount of purine in the DNA is equal to amount of pyrimidine. The amount of purine is equal to the amount of pyrimidine. He further said that A plus T is not equal to G plus C, because the A plus T and G plus C ratio will vary from organism to organism. Vary from organism to organism. So now we are here that we have completed that the bond, the structure, the component present in the DNA, and the bond between them. Okay, so bond which are present is the phosphodiester bond, hydrogen bond, glycosidic bond. Clear? The glycosidic bond between the sugar and nitrogen base, phosphoester bond between the sugar and the phosphate, and phosphodiester bond between the 2 nucleotide. And between 2 nucleotide chain is present hydrogen bond. Okay, and this whatever the rule which we have discussed here is called complementarity. Is called complementarity. Done? Now if you see the structure, okay, in DNA structure, this is major groups. There is the importance of all these groups we'll discuss, and this one is minor groups, because DNA is also are of 4 types. Okay, what we are discussing here is a B type DNA. Okay, so B type DNA, they are right-handed folded DNA. So right-handed folded DNA, while the folding they produce the grooves. This one is major grooves and this one is minor grooves. The diameter of this type of DNA is 20 angstrom, and the number of nitrogen base present in one helix, one loop, is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Total 10 base pairs are there. And the length of this one helix is 34 angstrom. So the distance between these two is 3.4 angstrom. Clear? Done? Okay. So in nanometer we can convert this, clear? So this is a structure of DNA all over. So what we have discussed till now, we have discussed that DNA is the polymerization of nucleotide, clear? And then this is nucleotide is made up of nucleoside and phosphate. The bond between the nucleoside and phosphate is phosphoester bond. Nucleoside is further made up of 5 carbon, a pentose sugar, and the nitrogen base. Nitrogen base are further made up of 2 purine kind of, they are further 2 types, that is purine and pyrimidine, and the bond between the sugar and the nitrogen base is N-glycosidic bond, or you can say N-glycosidic linkage. A polynucleotide is a backbone, and in the polynucleotide the backbone is formed by the sugar and the phosphate component. This is a backbone, clear? While the free end having the 5' end and the 3' end, 5' and free phosphate moiety, and the 3' end having the free OH group. Okay. In RNA there is a presence of hydroxyl group at the 2' position, as we have discussed that in DNA at 2' position of the ribose sugar oxygen is absent, while the uracil is only present in the RNA instead of thiamine. So uracil is found in place of thiamine in the RNA. This also we have discussed that though the double stranded model of the DNA was represented by the James Watson and Francis Crick in 1953, the charge of with the help of the data X-ray diffraction, which was generated by Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkins. Done. So DNA in nature is acidic, and in charge it is the negative in charge that we have discussed. So now charge of rule, that is A plus G and T plus C is constant. Okay, and the bond between the A and C will be 3 hydrogen bond, and the bond between the A and T will be the 2 hydrogen bond. We are doing the quick revision, so I am going little faster. Now there will be 2 chain in case of DNA because it's a double helix structure, and this will be anti-parallel and anti-polarity, because the one will goes to the 5' to 3', the other one will goes to the 3' to 5'. The chains are coiled in the right-handed fashion because we are discussing about the B type of DNA over here. So pitch is 3.4 nanometers is converted to, I have discussed in Armstrong data, and here it is 3.4 nanometer. In one turn there is a presence of 10 base pairs. So distance between each of them will be the 0.34 nanometer. So what we have discussed, this is this. Okay, now the rest part we'll discuss later on.